What is up, YouTube? The Repo Man 360 here, coming at you for the first time in a long time. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've had a few things come up. I had a vehicle issue, a medical issue, which I'll get into in just a minute. So I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm back. Sorry I've been away. So let's get started. This is going to be a pickup style because it's covering quite a few weeks now. And I have Raiden 4, the Japanese version, flanking this side, and the TurboGrafx 16 of the original Raiden over here. So, trying something out. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Let's get started. Now, I like to stop by the pawn shops on Saturday just to see what they've got. Usually I go if I haven't had a good day. Yard sailing, which hit or miss lately. So I'm going to start with a pawn shop that's just moved. It's not a new pawn shop, but they've just moved next to the sandwich shop close to my house, like walking distance. So I went ahead and checked them out. I remember their prices being high and their selection not being good, and it's the same. But for $10, I just sort of wanted to get something. I didn't notice the dog bites at the time, but I didn't have this Xbox copy of NHL Hits 2003. It's complete and in good shape. And this Xbox 360. And this came from all the way up in Key Largo because it has the tropical video game sticker, Red Dead Redemption. So I'm happy to finally get a good copy of that. Now, there's another pawn shop by where I work. I don't usually go there because they don't really buy games anymore. So what they have is old, and their prices haven't quite come down to where I want to buy what's left. But it made me a good deal, $3 a piece on these. So I went ahead and got them in there. They are complete. That is the Biggest Loser and Jillian Michaels Fitness Ultimatum 2010, which this one has additional DSi features, so that'd be interesting. And I don't usually pick these up, but I went ahead and made an exception and got some Blu-rays. These were also $3 a piece. You can't beat that. That is the first Hobbit movie. Then we have X-Men First Class, Captain America, The First Avenger, and The Amazing Spider-Man. Some of these which did come from the late great FYE. Okay, so now moving on to the pawn shop I usually get from. Now, I've got quite a bit from them because I go there every Saturday. And the guy there is really cool. He's usually putting out stuff every week, and sometimes I even get a heads up like, hey, I'm going to be putting this out on this day, so you should come by and check it out. So I'm gonna try and start small and work my way up, but it won't be in any particular order, I don't think. For what was it, $5, I believe it was. It was $5 or $6. I got Band Hero, the overlay for the DSi, the book, and the Guitar Hero on Tour attachment, which I guess also works with this too in some capacity. I'm not sure, but I've got this game twice now and didn't have one of these, so now I can finally play the game. But you need a DSi. I thought that was a little odd, but gotta have a DSi. Then we have Scarface on the PS2 disc only. It's the bonus DVD in the front. Both discs are in alright shape, but this was $1. So for $1, I might come across the case, and it came with the DVD, so that's always cool. All right. Do not have enough room to do this. Alright. Let's see. One DS game. Mario Hoops 3-on-3, and it is complete. Now, these are all Xbox games, and they're in no particular order. We have IndyCar Series. And when I buy these in bulk, I get a better deal. So I don't try to buy just one or two. If I go there and I just see one or two, sometimes I won't get them. I'll wait because it seems like I'm the only guy that's buying them right now, and sort of wait till I have maybe 10 and get a better deal on them. Otherwise, they're $5 a piece. And we have the Da Vinci Code with a Bone Island shuttle sticker. Secret Weapons Over Normandy. A lot of the games that came out after 360 and they were on both systems, I got the 360 version if I bought it at all. So I'm missing a lot of the late library stuff. Now, a sealed copy of Lemony Snicket. I couldn't pass it up because it was sealed, even though the price that's scratched out is $3.99. I paid $4 for it, so I mean I got it at what whoever bought it for. So, and then another Bone Island shuttle, the Godfather game, and these are all complete, unless I think maybe one of these was missing a manual. We have Thrillville, which even had its little how to play insert in it, which was cool. Full Spectrum Warrior. That's complete. Yes, this is the. I'll hold that back. The limited edition Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf with the shiny cover and both discs in good shape. Von Helsing, unfortunately, missing its manual. Winning 11-8, which felt super heavy. I couldn't figure out why, and it's apparently because this manual is a dictionary. I don't. It must be in like multiple languages or something. I can't imagine that it's that hard to figure out how to play a soccer game. Then we have Viet Cong, Purple Haze. Sounds like a rap song. Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. Pretty good shape. The only issue I had was a little damage at the bottom there. You replace the case, no biggie. And probably the best find was Madden 09. But it unfortunately does not have the manual. It has this thing that tells you it's been stolen. You know, instead of like putting, it has one here, and then this is another one to make that thing beep on the way out. So they were real serious about this not getting away. Alright, now I saved the best for last from them. They had Nintendo games out. Now, the best part of this place is, unless it's like some big box limited edition, everything is a flat price. Remember I say these games, they're, hold it the right way, $5 a piece, flat price, doesn't matter what it is. Well, Nintendo games, apparently the flat price is $6.99. So they had a blue border copy of Mario Duck Hunt, which I've never seen before, but I have Mario Duck Hunt, so I mean, let me know down below if that's something I should go grab. But for $7, I'm certainly not interested in another copy of Mario Duck Hunt. Hunt for Red October was there as well, but I passed on those and went straight to the good stuff. We've got Super Mario Bros. 2, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, which I wish they were all stuck like this. That was really nice. Contra, which this is a double for me. But this one is not. I don't have it. I have never had it, and I'm definitely happy to have it. That is Super C. And there's a little damage on the back. Not damage, I should say a sticker on the back there. That'll come off just fine. It's actually coming. It's coming off in my hand right now. That's kind of It's funny. You can see it lifting right now. But I'll take that off professionally. I will give a tip when you get something like this. You don't want to pull towards from the edge towards the label, towards the other side, because you can end up starting to peel the label off. You're really going to want to start on the inside and peel out, just so it doesn't lift the label. That's just a little tip from me to you. Alright, so that does it for the pawn shops. Now we're going to go into the stuff I got from people. And remember, this is a compilation of days, so it's not like I had one epic day. So I don't want to make it seem like I had a Scott VGS day. This is all multiple days, and I'll try and break them up, because this was one day. This one here for $1. The guy said they were speakers for the Wii. He had no idea what they were. He also referred to me as the game guy, so apparently I've seen him elsewhere. He says, "Oh, hey, you're the game guy." Yeah, that's me. I'm always looking for game stuff. He says, "Yeah, I'll keep you in mind." So for $1, 50 cents each, I got these two Wii Speaks. I think it's what it's called. So those are extra because I have that in the box. But like I said, that was what I found that day. Then on another day, I had pretty bad luck. I found this Guinness 09 010 for $1 a piece, and that's my phone. We're gonna get that. Where is it? There it is. Because I am working on another deal right now. Hey, hello. Oh, alright. I gotta get used to that. Okay, so hopefully that'll be something really good for tomorrow. It'll be a true yard sale pickup for this week. And I'll tell that whole story tomorrow if it happens. If not, I'll probably throw it into next week. Alright, so where was I? Okay, the stuff I picked up from people. I showed you the books. I got for $10, a completely working Sans headset. There's no headset in it, but I have plenty of headsets. That's not a big deal. For $10, Rosetta Stone. Now, being in Florida, being down in the Keys, you would think somebody selling Rosetta Stone, it would be Spanish. But it's not. This is Arabic. So I will be learning Arabic because why not? It's $10 and this is expensive software, and I'm sure I'll learn something fun to say and be something fun to do at a function. Just to, oh yeah, I know a little Arabic. So now this was a charity fundraiser where they rented a retail space, but it was a small retail space, and they had the time wrong in the paper. I should have stayed. I was there 30 minutes early, and they weren't going to open the doors early. It was a typo in the paper, but I should have just lined up at the door and stayed there, because I asked the lady and they said yeah, they did have games, but I hadn't checked a few other places yet that ended up not having anything. Hindsight's 20/20. But I got there again right as they were opening the doors, and they had it set up on this side. There were things on this side. There were things, and the middle was the let's get around walkway with enough space for one person in, one person out. Well, everyone floods in. The electronic section is over here, and they've got like the electronics in one section, and next to it is the software, if you will, the DVDs, the VHSs, and apparently the video games. Well, I get in, the first thing I see is a box GameCube, and I'm way back. I'm doing my best to work my way through. Now, to get to this, there was a path, but then there was no path out, so you had to go out the way you came in, and everyone wanted in, not out. So I managed to get my hands on the box. Okay. managed to get my hands on the box. I got the box, and I'm trying to make my way out, and I'm looking at the place where the game should be, and I get clocked in the head. Two guys are arguing over something. They must have bumped each other. It was a lot of pushing, and the guy throws his hands up, and when he does that, he clocks his elbow into the side of my head and gave me quite a nice lump. Well, first thought when somebody hits you in the head is you just go red and you get angry. But that lasted for about a second, because then I got hit again in the mouth and busted my lip. And I'm not even sure where that came from. So now that I've been hit twice, people are trying to get out of my way to let me out. And I understand they plan this very poorly. They should not have just let everyone in. Or they should have made more room, or like this is in, this is out, some sort of like they do at auctions, where they'll let you look at everything. You start here and you work your way around, so that everybody's just single file and not fighting each other. But it was chaos. I didn't get a chance to look for games, I should say. I got to the place where you pay, and there was no haggling. I paid $30 for this, and it was just a closed box with some writing on it that I'm gonna try and get off that said that everything was inside. So I had also snagged this. These discs were all together on a string for $1. We had Turok Evolution, and all of these need resurfacing. Soul Calibur 2 Greatest Hits on the PS2, Into the Matrix, and Aragon. For $1, I couldn't pass it up. Is worth a poke. So I get to the car, I open the box, because I knew it was too heavy to just be what was supposed to be inside, and I find not one, but two wireless Mad Catz controllers, which are really cool, and they're actually labeled 1 and 2. I haven't figured out how you could tell how it tells the difference, how the signals don't get crossed. I couldn't find like a channel select on them, but it did have both receivers. And then we have the AV cable, the power brick, the Platinum controller in decent shape, and the Platinum unit. And when you open it up, no game, unfortunately. But I get it to the car, I'm looking through it, and I notice that there's there's manuals in here, but not just the kind that, not just like this kind of manual. There's a Super Smash Brothers manual in here with like the insert, like all the things that would have come with it. So I said, oh crap, whoever donated that probably donated all the games too, and in that would be Super Smash Brothers. So I ran back in. By then, it had cleared out a bit. The frenzy was over, and I get there, and this is what's left. There was a hole about this big, so there's maybe 4 or 5 games that disappeared. I can't even say that for sure because I didn't see them to begin with. So I got the super leave-ins, but everything was $1 a piece. I'm super bummed at whatever I missed out on, but for $1, complete copy of Tony Hawk American Wasteland. We have complete copy of Backyard Football, but it does say Cobb on the disc in ink. I don't know if I want to try and take that off. And a disc-only copy of Backyard Baseball. So, a little bummed. I mean, for $1 a piece, you can't beat the games, but bummed at whatever I missed out on. And I had wicked headaches for a good week from getting that hit in the noggin, and it took a while for that lump to go down. And I had a busted lip, so that kind of kept me from making videos for a while there, so I do apologize. But I have saved the best for last. I went on, I believe it was last week, and I noticed in the paper in the morning that someone was having a yard sale Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday was going to be the first day from 8 to a question mark. And it just so happens I had to take my lunch early at 10 o'clock. So I said, you know what, it'll still be going on. 10 o'clock, I'm going to go check it out. Now I get there, and I'm walking up. Immediately the lady says, hey, you're the game guy. The games are over here. So I was like, I didn't recognize the lady, but apparently, I talked to that other guy, and he recognized me as the game guy, so maybe I'm just the game guy now. So I was like, oh, well, that's okay. So she shows me these, and she says, these will be $25, and I start looking around. She's got some PlayStation stuff, some Skylander stuff that she bought from FYE before they closed. So I'm looking at all this stuff. She says, "Oh, let me get the long Nintendo games out." She comes out with this big bin, and she says, "Okay, it'll be $50 for that," because I looked them up online, and starts pulling out. This one's like $20, and this one's $15, and all of this, and I had $59 in my pocket. Now, normally when I go yard selling, I like to have $100 in mixed bills so that I can give exact change. But this actually worked out in my favor because I said, ma'am, I've got $59. She's like, well, you're local and you've been around, so I'll go ahead and let it go for that. So for $59, I got Clay Fighter, Warlock, these are all SNES, Miss Pac-Man, little faded on the back, Home Alone 2, little damage on the back label there, Toys, and Super Mario World. So those weren't too bad. And then, oh yes, I put these in alphabetical order, I believe. Oh no, I take that back. I had them in alphabetical order, and for some reason this one's not there. I'll try and pull them in alphabetical order. I think I tried to put them in coolest. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I hung the coolest ones back. So we have a copy of Commando, Deadly Towers, Dragon Power, Hoops. It's an interesting one, The Little Mermaid, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Skate or Die. This thing just pops up everywhere down here. Super Mario Bros. 3 with a little bit of fading on the label. It's a little darker than here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Battle Tank. Now this copy of Battle Tank came from 7 Days Rentals, and when I was a kid, I would get to rent one game from the store, and it was between Battle Tank and was it Operation Wolf, I believe. And Operation Wolf looked like it was a Zapper game, and I loved Zapper games, so I put Battle Tank back and got Operation Wolf, which was, I won't say that Battle Tank is better than Operation Wolf, but it was a rough one. So it's really neat to have that history to go with it. Then we have Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, Donkey Kong Classics, Cubicle, Little Ninja Brothers, and Street Fighter 2010. So not a bad haul for $59, and there's some extras in there I'm hoping to cut loose. So that's what I've been up to so far. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have an even better video to put up. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care.